Did you know that the most expensive royal divorce in history cost more than the GDP of several small countries combined? Royal breakups don't just make headlines, they make history with their astronomical settlements. Do you know whose divorce settlement included a palace in Beverly Hills? And which royal divorce was amicable? In today's video, therefore, we're talking about the 12 most expensive royal divorces in the world, so without further ado, let's begin. At number 12, we've got Prince Joachim of Denmark and Alexandra, Countess of Frederiksberg divorce settlement. They were married 18th of November 1995 at Frederiksberg Palace Church near Copenhagen. Alexandra, born Alexander Kastrine Manley, is of English, Chinese, and Austrian descent and was born in Hong Kong. The couple had two sons together, Count Nikolai and Count Felix. But their marriage fell apart, and they announced their separation on September 16, 2004, after nearly 9 years of marriage. Their divorce was finalized the 8th of April 2005, making the first divorce in the Danish royal family since 1846. During their marriage, Alexandra gave up her professional career and British citizenship to become a Danish citizen. The couple shared custody of their two sons until they reached adulthood. Following the divorce, Alexandra lost the title of princess, but was bestowed the courtesy title of princess until she remarried, after which she forfeited the princess title but kept the countess title. Alexandra was placed on the Danish civil list for life, receiving an annual allowance of approximately $330,000, starting retroactively from the 1st of October 2004. This allowance was independent of any future remarriage, but Alexandra announced in 2017 she would renounce this entitlement July 2020, coinciding with Prince Felix's 18th birthday. At number 11, we've got Princess Anne and Mark Philip's divorce settlement. They were married the 14th of November 1973 at Westminster Abbey in the widely watched ceremony, celebrated by an estimated 500 million viewers globally. They met in 1968 through a shared passion for equestrianism, that's horses, and their two children, Peter and Zara. However, their marriage fell apart and they announced their separation in August 1989 after 16 years of marriage, citing mutual agreement on terms, but initially stating that there were no plans for divorce proceedings. Despite the initial hesitation, Princess Anne filed for divorce the 13th of April 1991, and the divorce was finalized the 23rd of April 1992 after more than 2.5 years of separation. The divorce was granted swiftly by a senior district judge at Somerset House in London, with neither party present at the hearing. After the divorce, Princess Anne married Commander Timothy Lawrence later in 1992 in a private ceremony in Scotland, becoming the first royal divorce to remarry since the early 20th century. The couple shared custody of their two children, Peter and Zara, who continued to live primarily with Princess Anne at Gatcombe Park, an estate purchased by Queen Elizabeth II as a wedding gift for the couple. Financially, the settlement Mark Phillips received was reportedly around $2 million, despite his wealth being estimated between $15 and $20 million. Next, we have the divorce settlement between Prince Louis of Luxembourg and Tessie Anthony. Prince Louis, the third son of Grand Duke Henry and Grand Duchess Maria Theresa, met Tessie Anthony in 2004 while they both served in the Luxembourg army. Tessie was a corporal and had been deployed on a UN peacekeeping mission in Kosovo. Tessie gave birth to their first son, Gabriel Michael Louis Ronnie de Nassau, on the 12th of March 2006 in Geneva, Switzerland, when Prince Louis was 19 and Tessie was 20. They married the 29th of September 2006 in a parish church in Gilsdorf in Luxembourg. Upon marriage, Louis renounced his succession rights for himself and his descendants, but retained his princely title and style. Their second son, Noah Guillaume Gabriel Matthias Xavier de Nassau, was born the 21st of September 2007. After about 10 years of marriage, the couple announced their separation the 18th of January 2017. The divorce was granted the 17th of February 2017 in a London court. The grounds for the divorce included, quote, unreasonable behavior, as per the Capital Family Court in London. The divorce was officially finalized the 4th of April 2019. Prince Louis agreed to provide $2 million in financial support to Tessie. He also committed to paying $5,500 per year per child in child support. The financial settlement was reportedly modest, reflecting the couple's amicable approach and focus on co-parenting. So we're officially entering "you've got to be kidding me" territory. These next breakups didn't just shake up the palaces, they almost broke entire nations. At number 9, we've got Princess Martha Louise of Norway and Ari Behren's divorce settlement. Princess Martha Louise, eldest child of King Harald V of Norway, married author Ari Behn on the 24th of May 2002, and they had 3 daughters together: Maud Angelica, Leah Isadora, and Emma Tallulah, all private citizens without royal titles. The family lived in various places, including London, New York, and a valley outside Oslo. On the 5th of August 2016, the royal court announced that Princess Martha Louise and Ari Ben had started divorce proceedings. The couple cited that despite efforts in their marriage, they had grown apart and decided to separate amicably. The divorce was finalized in 2017. Both parents were granted joint custody of their daughters. The separation was decided by Martha Louise as a, quote, very painful period and, quote, unspeakably sad for both of them. According to Norwegian media reports, Princess Martha Louise received a settlement of approximately $2.9 million. This settlement was reportedly about half of Ari Ben's fortune at the time. The financial settlement was reached after a difficult and emotional divorce process. Martha Louise did not use her royal title for personal business ventures following the divorce and pursued a career as a therapist and alternative healer. The Norwegian royal family expressed sadness but maintained a positive relationship with Ari Ben post-separation, as the split was described as amicable. Next, we've got Sarah Ferguson and Prince Andrew's divorce settlement. They were married the 23rd of July 1986 and had two daughters, Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie. Their marriage faced challenges primarily due to Andrew's naval career, which required long absences and intense media scrutiny of Sarah. The couple separated in March 1992 after nearly 6 years of marriage. The separation was amicable but marked by public difficulties, including media scandals involving Sarah. They legally divorced on the 30th of May 1996 after about 10 years of marriage. Financially, Sarah received a divorce settlement in a lump sum of $3 million. She also received $450,000 in cash, $650,000 from Queen Elizabeth II to purchase a new home for herself and her children. Additionally, she got a monthly allowance that reportedly reached a total of about $650,000 by 2010. Sarah also mentioned receiving $20,000 annually as part of the settlement in the earlier years. The couple shared custody of their two daughters, with Sarah primarily raising them at their home, while Andrew maintained a close relationship. Sarah's debts were reportedly cleared with Andrew's help after the divorce. The Queen publicly stated she would not be responsible for Sarah's debts following the separation. Sarah's divorce settlement and financial arrangements were overseen discreetly, with the royal family maintaining a degree of privacy. At number 7, we've got the divorce settlement story of the unnamed Middle Eastern royal. This royal, who is the husband, is a non-working member of the royal family, and his title is honorific. He and his wife share a passion for horses and met in 2017 at a U.S. equestrian event. They got married in 2018 and settled into a property in modest value in the southeast of England, worth approximately $2.9 million. However, their marriage ended in divorce in 2024. The couple's separation involved a significant financial dispute culminating in London court, where a judge ordered the unnamed royal to pay $6 million to his estranged wife. This substantial payout came after the royal initially claimed to have, quote, limited resources in the UK following the breakdown of their short marriage. However, he later revealed that his net worth was around $111 million. The London judge concluded that the husband, the son of the former senior minister from an undisclosed Middle East nation, was enormously wealthy. The judge ordered him to pay $5 million to his ex-wife to purchase a house in the US, along with over $1.2 million to cover their other expenses. This included recurring payments such as $50,000 every 5 years for a car for their two children's nanny. In English family courts, individuals have the right to being anonymous in public rulings at an early stage of proceedings. Next, we've got King Charles III and Princess Diana's divorce settlement. Charles and Diana married in 1981, but their marriage deteriorated due to incompatibility and extramarital affairs on both sides. The couple lived largely separate lives from about 1986 onwards. On the 9th of December 1992, British Prime Minister John Major publicly announced their formal separation after years of speculation. The divorce was finalized August 1996 after about 4 years of separation and 15 years of marriage. Diana received a lump sum settlement reported to be approximately $22.5, placed in a trust fund from which she could live off of the interest. She was also granted an annual stipend of about $600,000 to about $750,000 to support her staff and living expenses. Diana lost her style, quote, Her Royal Highness, but retained the title Princess of Wales and remained a member of the royal family as mother of the future king. She was allowed to keep her residence at Kensington Palace and had access to royal apartments at St. James Palace for entertaining. The couple agreed to share custody of their two sons, Prince William and Prince Harry, with, quote, equal access arrangements. Diana retained use of her royal private jets for travel and kept much of the jewelry she had acquired during her marriage. they agreed to keep the details of the settlement and their marriage private. At number 5, we've got King Fahd bin Abdulaziz AlSaud of Saudi Arabia and Janan Harb's divorce settlement. Janan George Harb, born into a Christian Palestinian family, claims she secretly married Prince Fahd in 1968 when she was 19, and he was then a prince and interior minister of Saudi Arabia. Despite the marriage, Fahd never publicly acknowledged her, and she was excluded from royal life. The exact date of the formalities of any divorce between Fahd and Harb remain unclear, while Harb asserting that she remained his wife in the eyes of Islamic law. In 2003, Janan claims that Prince Abdulaziz bin Fahd, who is Fahd's son, at the Dorchester Hotel in London, had promised to honor his father's commitment to provide for her financially for life. Prince Abdulaziz allegedly agreed to pay Harb $16 million and transfer the deeds of 2 luxury flats in Chelsea, London, worth around $6 million each. Harb took legal action in the UK after claiming she had not received the promised money and properties. In November 2015, a London High Court judge ruled in her favor, awarding her more than $23 million plus the deeds of the 2 London flats, accepting that the promise had been made. Court did not rule on whether the marriage itself was valid, but focused on the credibility of the financial agreement. Next, we've got Prince Faisal bin Abdul bin Abdulaziz AlSaud of Saudi Arabia and Princess Fadal Hussein Abdul Rahman Al Athal's divorce settlement. The couple's divorce was finalized in Saudi Arabia in 2016 after about 15 years of marriage. Following the divorce, disputes arose over the ownership, maintenance, and sale of the 27,000 square foot 2-mansion compound located at 76 Beverly Park Lane in Beverly Hills, California. The property, purchased in 2011 for $16.8 million through a Delaware company, including 18 bedrooms and 28 bathrooms, and is valued at around $34 million on some real estate listings. Prince Faisal filed a lawsuit in the Delaware Chancery Courts to prevent Princess from selling the mansion without his consent. She also claims he loaned about $41 or $42 million to the Delaware company for renovations, including state-of-the-art audiovisual systems, and $1.3 million spent on interior lighting, furnishing, and accessories. The prince accused the princess here of failing to properly maintain the property and not paying property taxes, which he argues has damaged the mansion's value. Princess Fadal counters that she was never a manager of the Delaware LLC that owns the property and disputes the court's jurisdiction over her, citing an earlier petition she filed in the Cayman Islands. Although the divorce settlement itself has not been publicly detailed, it's estimated its amount is around $48 million. Brace yourself, these next 3 divorce settlement cases amounts will shock you to the core. One divorce came with a $700 million goodbye kiss. Can you even imagine? At number 3, we got Aga Khan IV and Begum Anara Aga Khan's divorce settlement. Prince Karim Aga Khan IV and Begum Anara Aga Khan were married the 30th of May 1998 at the Aga Khan's estate in France. Their marriage lasted a little over 6 years before they announced their intention to divorce on the 8th of October 2004. Begum Anara and Aga Khan have 1 son together, Prince Ali Muhammad Aga Khan, born in 2000. The divorce was highly publicized and became one of the most expensive and protracted royal divorces in recent history, involving complex legal battles in both the UK and France. Begum Anara's lawyers initially saw a settlement as high as $250 million, employing various legal strategies, including attempting to move proceedings to the UK courts, which generally awarded higher settlements than in France. The case moved from the UK courts to French jurisdiction, where the divorce settlement tends to be lower. In 2011, a French appeals court awarded Begum Anara approximately $90 million, the largest divorce settlement in French history. Despite this, the Aga Khan challenged the ruling, prolonging the legal dispute. Eventually, rather than leaving the division of assets to the courts, both parties entered private negotiations. By late 2011 or early 2012, a confidential out-of-court settlement was reached and approved by the Paris Court of Appeals. Finally, the divorce settlement was around $68 million. Next, we have Princess Caroline of Monaco and Prince Ernst August of Hanover's divorce settlement. They married the 23rd of January 1999, shortly before the birth of their daughter, Princess Alexandra of Hanover. The marriage lasted around 10 years before they separated in 2009, with Caroline returning to live in Monaco. Prince Ernst August has been involved in various controversies and legal battles unrelated to the marriage, involving disputes with his son over family properties. Their relationship has been described as tumultuous, with Ernst August's temper, drinking problems, and wandering eye cited it as a cause of marital strain. Reports have circulated about the prenuptial agreement that could have entitled Princess Caroline to around $85 million if they had divorced after 5 years, but the exact financial arrangements remain private, though prolonged separation led to a drawn-out legal dispute that reportedly lasted until around 2020, though details of any financial settlements or agreements were not made public. Since their separation, Ernst August has frequently been reported to have a libertine lifestyle, often seen with different girlfriends, while Caroline has remained more private in life in Monaco. The media often portrays Caroline's dignified public image, which helped her to use the title Princess of Hanover, reflecting her status despite the separation. However, the couple's separation has reportedly been painful but amicable, with a focus on co-parenting their daughter. And at number 1, we have Princess Haya of Jordan and Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum of the UAE's divorce settlement. Sheikh Mohammed divorced Princess Haya on the 7th of February 2019 under Sharia law without informing her. Princess Haya left Dubai with her children April 2019 amid concerns of her well-being after learning about the forced return of 2 of Sheikh Mohammed's other daughters of Dubai. The UK High Court became involved when Sheikh Mohammed sought the return of the children to Dubai. Princess Haya applied for the children to be made wards of the court and obtained protection orders, including a forced marriage protection order and a physical protection order for herself. The court proceedings revealed serious allegations against Sheikh Mohammed. In December 2021, the UK High Court awarded Princess Haya a lump sum settlement of $330 million payable within 3 months. Total settlement package, including ongoing costs and security provisions, amount to around $730 million, making it the largest divorce settlement in British legal history. The settlement also covered the upkeep of 2 multi-million-pound UK properties, a mansion near Kensington Palace, and a residence in Surrey. It also includes a substantial security budget, including armored vehicles and personal protection for Princess Haya and her children, and the education expenses of their children, including $4 million towards schooling. And with this, we wrap up this video. We hope you enjoyed the video. If you find our channel interesting, then subscribe to it. Thank you. See you in the next video.